Your daily Bible verse for July 13th, 2025 is Exodus 121 in the KJV. And it came to pass that because midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And in the NIV, you've got, and because midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. So it came to pass versus is nothing. It really just means after a time. And if doesn't give us a time. Made, at least not in this verse, made them houses versus gave them families of their own. Made them houses, fancy way of saying giving them families of their own. They're not really different statements. But you need to think of it as in the chromosomal focus on keeping your DNA going forward, which is in almost all life. You can even see it in viruses, bacteria. It doesn't matter. Things want to keep living, keep going, knowing that some piece of them is going to keep on living forever. And this was very fundamental in the mindset of these people. And it was a hyper focus of all peoples in the BC era. It wasn't just these people. They somehow understood that if they could have children that survived them, they did what they were supposed to do for their DNA to keep going. And we think of it now more in our terms of a legacy, less on, what do our children, like how awesome do our children make us look, and more in the what kind of impact am I making on this world that will continue on. And here specifically, both of them implied that these midwives did not have children before they were willing to become midwives for other people. And I find that very curious because in my knowledge of midwives, that's not how that works. Midwives are almost never somebody who's never given birth before. So unless these particular midwives are very particularly trained, this is quite unique amongst, the world of, women in society, as far as I have understood it in the history of that thing. So very interesting. I'd be curious to know if this is just a particular opinion or if that was on the statistical average for the midwives of the Jewish people. Very interested to know what that is. Because that could very well be true of these midwives and just not be true of that profession in any other culture.